my friends, and maybe you've started to dust off the grill in anticipation of many cookouts, or maybe you're like me and you never put it away.
Just grill all year long. Our friends at Minnesota Beef Council have a whole variety of warmer weather recipes you can try out. So here to share 3 that are perfect for the new season, we welcome Becky Church via Skype. Becky, good to see a friend.
Good to see you.
I love
to hear is that the grill's already been going and never put away, Steve.
Hot diggity dog, yeah.
I was using it in sub-zero temperatures. I mean, I've never cooked outside as much as I do. It is nice now, though.
Like, it's light a little bit later.
Yes.
You can, like, wave to the neighbors as you're out there, and, you know, you don't have to don your headlamp.
The headlamp, you can put that away, which is really great. So I love what we're making today. A couple of things to get to. Let's start with the Margarita Beef with orange salsa. I've never heard of this. Tell me what it is.
Well, you know we like to get wild in the kitchen, so we're starting things off fun with the party here. I'm using a top round steak, which you can see is pretty lean, not a lot of marbling, which means not a lot of forgiveness either when it comes to the grill.
Right.
So you want to make sure that when it comes to grilling, you're watching the time closely and checking that internal temp to 145. But one thing I like to do too to help tenderize a lean cut is make a marinade. So a little hack, I like to combine ingredients right into a Ziploc bag so it's easy to toss and throw away, no dishes, because that's how I roll.
Yes.
But you only need 3 ingredients to make a marinade, so anyone can do this, starting with an oil, which I used olive oil, an acid, which is going to break down that muscle tissue. I'm using fresh squeezed lime juice.
Margarita, here we go.
I know, and then some spices. So I have some minced garlic, some ginger and oregano, which is going to pair really well with our citrus flavors. A special ingredient I'm using here is orange juice concentrate. So that's kind of different. We're going to add that in. And then, of course, our secret ingredient is a shot of tequila, because why not, right?
Well, heck yeah. Bottoms up, my friend. One for the chef and one for the marinade.
That sounds good to me.
So then you just mix up these ingredients and can put the steak right in there. And then there's 2 purposes when it comes to a marinade. If you want to tenderize it, I recommend doing that overnight. So keep it in the fridge for, anywhere from 6 to 24 hours. Otherwise, if you're looking to just add flavor, you could put it in the fridge for only a half hour if you didn't really plan ahead as much.
Boy, that's a great word of encouragement, though. If you can think about it the night before, it will reap rewards tomorrow night.
Oh, look at this
dinner.
Beautiful plate. Okay, so you've got this salsa on there. What did you put in there?
So this is a homemade orange salsa. I just took red chopped onions, freshly diced orange, and then some garlic and seasoning, and it's really just a fun little salsa that overnight sits and tastes even better the next day. So you can top it with beef. I like to serve it over a bed of rice with asparagus, but of course this works really well for leftovers if you want to make a bowl, or even, fajitas or anything the next day.
I feel like that could kind of go like Mexican flavors or Asian too. If you did something like leftover or something like that, like some sort of lettuce wrap situation. That's fabulous, Becky. Okay, let's get a burger on. Everybody wants a great burger, and this barbecue Chipotle burger, I'm very intrigued by.
Boy, it makes my mouth water just saying that and hearing that.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing screams spring grilling like burgers. Perfect for March Madness, too, if you're into watching the games. I like to make my burgers with 80% lean ground beef. I like to keep a little bit of the fat in because that's what gives us such a juicy, mouth-watering burger at the end of the day. But for this recipe, if you want to use a little bit leaner beef, if you're watching that, you could use a 93% blend because we're actually going to make our own homemade barbecue sauce to help liven things up a little bit. So to do that, I have some ketchup in here, about 2 tablespoons. And then I'm going to add some Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire.
I'm trying to come off confident with that.
You did great. Nailed it.
Yeah.
Nailed it. And then I've got my brown sugar, adding that in, and only 2 tablespoons, so that's kind of nice. Can control a little bit of that.
Very good.
And then just to top it off, we're going to add some beer. So about a half a cup of beer here.
Oh.
And I'm going to mix the ingredients together, and then you actually put that on the stove and just simmer for 8 to 10 minutes. It's going to reduce down to almost a glaze or sauce. You can see it looks exactly like what you'd buy at the store. If you want to spice things up, you could add, some pepper seeds into it, really to give it that spice, or crushed red pepper. And then with your grilled burger, once you've temped that to 160 on the grill, you can, top it with jalapenos, pickles, and then your fresh glaze.
That looks so good, but what's up with your bun there, hon?
That ain't your average bun.
Different.
I used Texas toast for this, actually. Just kind of elevates it. Otherwise, a pretzel bun would be really fun to use for this. Anything besides your classic bun, I think, is a fun addition.
Listen, I don't agree with the Texans on everything, but their toast is something special.
They did something, especially their crouton version, that Texas toast. You know I'm hot for that.
So good.
All right, finally, you've got a good use for flank steak if you happen to pick some up at the butcher.
Yeah, so flank steak, again, is another lean cut, so I like to marinate it. Otherwise, you could do a simple salt and pepper rub, and then put it on the grill, temp to 140 degrees, which is going to give you medium doneness, just flipping once each side through. And then I have a bed of romaine lettuce here, Greek olives, feta cheese, and then something I did too that really adds is I actually took quartered red onions and cherry tomatoes and put them on the grill as the flank steak was going.
Smart.
And kind of them, warms them up, so you get, a warm cold salad, which is really refreshing between the two seasons here. And then you can top with a homemade Greek yogurt sauce.
Yeah, easy. I mean,
These are
all
good
of those,
ideas.
Becky, would take minutes to put together. That was so easy and delicious.
Becky, I could talk to you all day about beef,
Yeah,
but
we could.
sadly
We gotta go.
they give us time restrictions. Lovely to have you on the show again. Really great ideas. Those recipes and more are posted over at TwinCitiesLive.com. You'll also find a link to Minnesota Beef Council's website. They have all sorts of meal ideas for you, nutrition information, even workouts.
Yeah, because
as well.
you get that protein in, and then you
You're
build
ready
up
to
the
build.
muscle. There you go.
All right, coming up, how to keep the